What's up everybody, this is Storm from Storm and Blackbird, and this is yet another edition of Halo CE Now, the show where we showcase news and project progresses from your damn favorite sources known as Halo Maps, OpenCarnage, and none other than MatthewDratt! Our first topic of the day, the conclusion, is that the Outpost discovery in Anaheim has happened. And did happen indeed. Or did it happen indeed? Because here's the catch of all this. The footage for all this has been lost. Oh yes. Spiral did this whole thing. He then got a technical difficulty for the first 20 minutes. And then continued on, but he had to cut the content since he was limited with the time, and that's it really. We don't know what happened in there. Only the people who showed up knew what happened. The people who showed up have the Heretic Hunt beta or demo. That's it. Whatever is gonna happen after this is simply going to go on Spiral's luck here. He will have to find footage from other people and then mismatch it with the audio and also present his PowerPoint presentation that he also did in the panel itself. Well, here we go, the very first Outpost Discovery panel for Halo Custom Edition solely, and it had to go end up like this. Well, it is a first time, you know, and we still get second chances in the future, right? Whenever Outpost Discovery makes a return in the future. So, thank you Spiral nonetheless for doing this for all of us, for returning to going on to do our Heretic Hunt once again. We're still all eternally thankful that you are doing this. Next up is MatthewDratt's trailer on Takedown the Extermination, which was presented in the Outpost Discovery panel in Anaheim. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Let's go on it, and you'll know what we're going to expect in Takedown Extermination.
Hello, I'm MatthewDratt, and I'm creating a Halo Custom Edition mod called Takedown Extermination. It is the third mod in the series, and is essentially a mini campaign of its own, featuring 8 different and unique play spaces for the player to encounter, such as a tropical sunny beach, to a blazing snowstorm, to a rainforest filled with ancient structures. Takedown Extermination takes elements from the best of other Halos and brings in new elements only found in other genres such as RPGs to give the player a completely unique experience only available in Custom Edition. It's been a blast trying to push this game's engine to its absolute limits on what is possible and what can still be done with the Halo 1 engine after all of these years. I'm excited for everyone to get their hands on this project when it's released later this year.
Also, another trailer for Outpost Discovery on Anaheim is Sector 09 version 2, made by Nixter 5000. This is the one that he has showcased for the panel, and as usual, let's take a look at this new Sector 09 version 2.
Reinforcements. Reinforcements.
And finally, in this small section, we've got the OpenCarnage map competition round 2 voting, which has now been done, and the results are quite shocking, because first of all, the only entries that are entries in here are the ones that got updated within the month after the first round was finished. So what happened after the month? Well, only Longer Shot and Halo Invaders got updated. The rest died and stuff. Pseudo just went missing. Wutako didn't get any motivation after the first update. And Pope didn't have time because he had a life. I know that feeling. So, D Sally was indeed the fastest to update his map, so he got in the second round voting, and aLTis did it like 1 or 2 days before the voting started, and seriously, this should have gone into the books as most impressive update ever. But it seems like the voting says something different here. First of all, there were 2 polls, and really both of the results are the same by the same people anyway, so let's just talk about it in a sense that we'll talk about the most important question, which means that showed the most improvement out of the first round. So Longer Shot represented an improvement in which it added all the game types and removed the Phantom BSP that I caught on in the middle of the map, which kind of was game breaking. And that's it. That was really all that is that happened with the improved Longer Shot from Long Shot. My take on this was, shouldn't this have all been there from the start? Like, considering the Phantom BSP, sure, you could have found it had the rules been carefully read. The game types as well, like, seriously, isn't that the staple of multiplayer, is that you can play multiple times, not play it with multiple players, right? I guess. Halo Invaders, though, got big time with this update. It got a new boss, it got a new power-up in it, it improved every single thing, like hitbox, the movements, even the rounds get special. It's gotten a high score saving system in it for the single player version of it, and that's where you can start it as a single player and multiplayer. Plus, since this is indeed a map that can be updated through Lua scripts, it can be updated through Lua scripts. I guess the one thing that kinda counts it out from a lot of people's voting is that it uses Chimera. Well, whoop-de-doo, aren't we supposed to celebrating Chimera as the future of Halo Custom Edition? What happened here? In the end, 25 members voted on OpenCarnage with a minimum of 5 posts, and 13 voted for Longer Shot while 9 voted for Halo Invaders. The thoughts here is that either people simply don't like the idea of having to use Chimera, or having Chimera in their map, in their Halo Custom Edition is the selling point of not voting Halo Invaders. Or the other just wanted classic original Halo Custom Edition multiplayer maps, as simple as it is. I mean, I'm only telling this because I voted for Halo Invaders, because indeed that is how I see it. It improved the most, or it improved the best from round 1 to round 2. But anyhow, it's everyone's opinion, I guess. So, congratulations D Salamander on winning $50 and, of course, getting some sick 5 raffle tickets along the way. aLTis still won $25, so not all was lost. Just the thing about round 2 just having 2 competitors is quite amazing, I should say. Alright, now that got out of the way, let's take a look at some single player stuff, shall we? First of all, Firefight Descent Quarantine by Pepzee. got released. Yes, after years of telling you the updates phase of it, it's finally got a surprise release this August. Woohoo! I'm not sure what to do with the Firefight map. Maybe I'll review it completely, like no live stream of it. I wanna have it as a slot there. Now, let me show you its features. First, this thing has 55 waves, filled with a lot of stuff, like Flood, the quarantine in the name, right? Then it has some new loadout system and a life system that you can probably remind yourself from Firefight Descent, the first one, because this is indeed a sequel of it. And what I think is the bigger surprise here is that it doesn't use open source. So its range is quite admirably large with that case. Though some are really surprised at this since, well, people tend to think that open source is the better thing to use if you're making single player maps, because if you use open source in multiplayer, what are the real benefits to it really? But in single player, that's a different story. But if Pepzee doesn't need all that, then here you go. This Firefight doesn't need open source to be as great as it is. So let's figure out how great it is, and I hope you enjoy it as usual. Another single player map released is Planet Flood Sea Infinite. That's right, a new Planet Flood has been released. Not a lot I can say about this. I have yet to see anyone do any reviews, meaningful ones, or videos of it, so I guess it's my turn to do it, but then there's a problem. Not a lot of time in my case, so we'll have to wait a longer time for this in my side. So anyone, feel free to go at it and do your own footage on this, because it's Planet Flood, right? The most popular single player map of all time, according to only one person. Halo Invaders 2 got released on OpenCarnage by aLTis, and that's what I've been talking about before. You don't need to know anything about it anymore right now. It's a great Space Invaders slash Toho crossover inside Halo. It's pretty great fun. It will get you driven up to get a large high score. And as of now, I don't think anyone has beaten aLTis' record yet. The score right now being 4,560, and I think in the live stream I tried to break it for 2 hours and I couldn't get any further than 3,900. It's insane how further it goes. But new things have been added in there. For example, a new power-up, which is the Ring of Fire, essentially shooting everywhere at some intervals. Then the hitboxes got fixed, as in the shots that will hit you will indeed hit you and not miss, or not indeed hit. And the most impressive out of all is that every few levels there is a boss fight against a phantom. And the thing gets stronger with every level unless you encounter it somewhere else. Like a level 1 frickin' phantom boss just doesn't meet up. Whilst a level 30 phantom boss, you're gonna have to spend a long time with it. The benefit of beating one of them, any level, is that you get a heart slot extra. So, hope to your luck that it gets into your early rounds so that you can get a lot of health points with this. It's so damn good. So enjoy it, because this is a gift from aLTis releasing something nowadays, right? And now for some updates. We've got Elote's Halo Tales from the Universe. I've talked about this last month, and it is a single player project aimed to do super vanilla Halo 1 campaigns. And Elote has completed the first part of the mission called Mountain Climb. With this, he'll hopefully someday upload it in itself and to showcase what type of game style or gameplay that Elote wants out of this single player project. It will also feature dual wielding elites. And no, you can't kill them and get dual wielding plasma rifles. One of them will explode, and you'll get the other one in its entirety. That's a troll right there, but yeah, I kind of like that kind of idea. Let's see how that will go in the future then. The Flood Virulence is getting an update, and a big one at that too, because it's getting a new campaign set on the Silent Cartographer Island. This time it'll feature new animations and many more. But according to the Flood developer himself, this is some of his most favorite stuff put into it. What can it be inside this to get a teaser update of all places? We'll find out soon, probably by the next popular Halo YouTuber near you. And now another teaser is from EmmanuelCD. Yes, what can he put out right now at this point in time after announcing his retirement millions of years ago? That's right, it's Halo Night Horror 3, and take a look at it and see if you find yourself a bit cranky about the release date. Wink wink. And finally, we've got SPV3 showcasing a Golden Gun, as in a golden coated magnum, to be announced on their next update, whatever that'll be. It's a Golden Gun, everybody. Let's make sure the populace is fine with it after all this time of grievances on. Wait, August has passed, right? Hasn't the Firefight update been out yet? Because August, right? What happened to it? Well, whatever. And now some multiplayer map stuff, of course, and it's the Emoji Chat that just got released by Giraffe and aLTis. I don't think I need to say anything more about this. It's a chat enabler that can give you emojis while typing in chats. Most notably, my favorite combination still being the most simplest ones of them all, but still you can have some fun with it. Seriously, this has grown inside me now, and I'm pretty sure the comments has been wondering till now as well. But now it has been released, and thank you Giraffe and aLTis once again for doing this, all of it. Seriously. And now for some big ass version 3 updates. First of all, AFK animations. We first got our prototype here, the one dude that's sitting on a bench. That would have been a possible conclusion to all of this. This will be the AFK animation. But no, because aLTis needs to go further than beyond, going plus ultra, and decide, you know what, let's add a goddamn newspaper for the Spartan to read on this. And I'm amazed, because not only is this newspaper not copy and paste by some other news source, this whole newspaper is top to bottom self-written and made by Hispanorm, of course. These ideas just keep on getting better here. Anyways, these steady animations just keep on going. For example, sitting on top of the Warthog's front side, or even proning. Just put it out there, just to show that aLTis is mad of all this. Just wow. Keep on coming, aLTis. This is incredible. These are incredible images. I will always show to people. And now Pope has released some more updates with Quadra-Stasis. Now indeed he did not release an updates map to it, though he is continuing to develop it nonetheless. Amazing effort right there. Now he is showcasing more of the flood base that's going to be included. This one including, guess what, flood things. Just flood for architecture and everything around it, just to make the place more creepier than it is. Good job, Pope, on getting in there with the flood architecture that's somehow non-existent in Halo. Though, this is a great idea nonetheless.
On OpenCarnage, BigassV3 is looking for someone who can make a 60 FPS tag set that is authored for mods that just changed the tick rate. He's not doing this because he wants 60 FPS animations, he's doing this because he feels that if we do this and combine it with SAP's game speed feature, we should be able to get more accurate hit registration. He's willing to throw some money at this if it really takes a lot of time, and he's asking for someone else to do this because he isn't really well versed in the editing kit and isn't interested in trying to become well versed in it. Maybe you can make some bucks. On OpenCarnage, there now is a free service that you can use where you can request 2 people to scale up stock Halo textures to 2K resolution. They're doing this with a tool called Topaz Gigapixel. If you look at some of the results here, they are really good. Like that needler. Yeah, that looks good, and that fuel rod gun, yeah, those are good looking. I approve. In most situations, these upscales should look really pretty, so if you can't legally obtain Topaz Gigapixel AI, then you could maybe get some use out of this. The new version of Chimera is now almost at feature parity with the older, quote-unquote, unstable releases. This means that other than Lua scripting, which I would call really important, you should be able to get most of the same features in the new Chimera that you would expect from a Chimera build such as 5.8.1. Keep in mind that this isn't compatible with HAC2 though. And all it currently really has on that is that it performs better than the old version of Chimera, even though that old version performed pretty well. Of course, this is an alpha version, so it is not really meant to replace those other versions yet. What is also important to mention is that Chimera's new build has finally gone open source. This means that you can go on the GitHub and check out the code that makes this build function. So if you want to make fixes, add little things, or just make your own version with an anti-cheat, or whatever, you can do it with that now. On OpenCarnage, Kava has made a thread that explains how he wants to replace the Halo editing kit with all open source software. His reasoning is that the Halo editing kit is old and unmaintained and buggy, so he wants to replace this all with open source tools, because if the tools are open source, we can never run into a situation where our tools are not being maintained anymore and we have to live with permanent bugs. If you want to help out with this endeavor, there's a few things you can do. You can go and look at the list of things that Kava has outlined of things that we cannot currently do with replacement tools. And with that list, you can create your own tools that you open source. My personal suggestion is learning how to use the Reclaimer libraries. The Reclaimer libraries are the libraries that power the Moses editing kit and are currently being ported to be Linux and macOS compatible. So if you make these scripts in Python using those Reclaimer libraries, you can make them cross-platform and they'll be easy to make without you having to implement some weird old system. If you want to see efforts of this endeavor, you can check out the OpenCarnage thread, you can check out the OpenCarnage Invader thread, and you can check out the CE Reclaimers Discord, where Invader also is being discussed, and where there also is multiple channels for discussing Moses editing kit. There's more updates to Invader than not just a map compiler project that is going on OpenCarnage. AI should now fully work properly in Invader compiled maps. Detail object collection tags now work, there's a new command called Invader Archive. It works just like Invader Build, except that it doesn't turn your tags into a map file, it turns your tags into a compressed archive, so you can share your map in tag form, so you can easily share everyone all the assets, so no extracting is required. There also is another new command called Invader Dependency, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to specify a tag, and Invader will find all the tags that reference this tag. Or you can specify a tag and Invader will tell you all the tags that tag depends on. There also is Invader Font, which, just as the name implies, compiles fonts into Halo tags. Now this one is really cool because it doesn't just compile fonts, it compiles fonts, but better than Tool. In other words, when you use Invader Font, your fonts are going to look better, and this might even fix a lot of the issues that people have been citing for wanting to have higher resolution font rendering in the game, without actually having higher resolution fonts. You can check out the development of Invader on OpenCarnage, but you can check out more rapid developments in the CE Reclaimers Discord. On OpenCarnage, Hiralis is working on a set of flowcharts that show you the basic cycle of how to mod CE and how to do certain things in CE. aLTis and Masters are working on a project where they collect all the Halo console commands and they document their uses and if they actually even work. You can help them out with this in the CE Reclaimers Discord server. Darker Pelican? Darker Pelican? Darker Pelican? Oh, it's Darker Pelican! So this mod showed up to us through our nerdy RSS feed that we've set up to monitor ModDB because no one ever goes there. And it's just a darker pelican. And it says that. But in the picture, it looks brighter. What's going on here? This is the mystery of the month, guys. Figure it out and you might win a prize. You won't. You're not gonna win a prize. You've already lost by being here.
Wait, but that's on Nexus mods, not ModDB. That makes it even more ridiculous. Darker Pelicans. Top 5 Halo Custom Edition videos of 2019 in August. And first we're gonna start with an honorable mention by the likes of Late Night Gaming, who has done a review on Lemuria. I mean, it's Lemuria, right? Oh, wait, no, the original Lemuria. That's how it makes it sound eye-catching. So, he has reviewed the Lemuria campaign, which I didn't think people actually did think of it as a breakthrough campaign, but it was breakthroughy because of how much representation it has, as in this campaign showcases Halo Custom Edition's ways of making single-player maps, filled with encounters, rightfully nice dialogues, not talking about dialogue quality, just that it has dialogue. It's quite the top quality single-player map, I should say, though Hidden Exper does review it as if it were released as a video game, as it seems like. Though he does understand the utmost importance of this campaign project, so he does so with much respect to it in itself. Woohoo! Thank you, Late Night Game, for showcasing what Lemuria was before Lemuria is right now. At number 5, we've got Royce's video on his old maps. First showcasing his map Narrow, which is a mod on Narrows. Not much to say here, it really is just a showcase of his old maps. What did you know? At number 4 is FlandersNed's entire project of trying to get the ambient sounds on various Halo Custom Edition maps. I'm going to be showing you Precipices, and I hope it doesn't get copyright strike for whatever reason. I tend to think YouTube has this thing that makes sure it gets abused a lot, and I'm not gonna be surprised if ambient sound is going to be claimed by someone. But anyways, FlandersNed is gonna go and find more maps to get the ambient sound out of, so if you need to hear them, if you need to use them, go ahead and go to his channel, because it's all there. So many ambient maps already out there. Have fun with it, as in have fun hearing. At number 3, we've got the Salty Zealots, showcasing another Firefight map, this time on a survival map, which is... oh, it is called Survival, whoops. Survival, that map that I also used to play way back in the day. What else to say about it? It is a Firefight map bent on the rules that your line of sight is shrouded in darkness. And that's really it, that's the whole gimmick of it.
What's going on, everyone? It is your boy, slightly less skinny penis, but nonetheless still skinny penis, back again with another video. Whip. What is it? Is this a Magnum? It's a revolver. In Galo. Don't shoot, I'm reloading. Fucking dogs. Oh my lord. Not very fucking nice, isn't it? That one's free. Oh, nah, not fucking around this time. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
I see one.
Am I entirely rubbish at this game, or is this fucking ridiculously hard?
Damn.
It's highly likely it's the first one. Oh. Why are they covered in blood? They've been finger painting. Fuck, he's dead. Blew his dick off. This man knows. He's safe. He's pulled the T-pose.
At number 2, it's Taiwan's very own guide on how to complete Lemuria, the fight for the future on noble difficulty, under an hour. I think he did it in 10 minutes anyway, because that's what it is. It's a speedrunner's dream to just break the clock, and Taiwan shows it.
Are you serious?
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And at number 1, what the hell can even beat Taiwan with that amazing piece? It's none other than the Halo Finder sexy singles ad by the cast of John the Hero, Amber Nilsson, who voiced the lady in the video, Ben Sound, and Erid Daiho. It's a collective effort to make a stupid ad on the Halo Finder website. Not stupid as in it's worthless, it's stupid as in it's so great. I should send it to people and they would fall for it without knowing anything about it. It's so great. Just watch it. I'm impressed by this whole thing.
Hey Spartans, are you lonely tonight? Stroking that pistol all by yourself.
Huh? Whatever.
At HaloFinder.com, we've got sexy singles in your area who are DTF, down to play, that is. Find your partner, whether it's Mr. Right or Mr. Right Now. Is that a rocket in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Put together a group of 4 and play some Xbox 2v2. Get 8 strong men and team up together to pound 8 other men. Or if you're really kinky, throw a 12-man free-for-all. We won't tell. HaloFinder.com, the only Halo 1 player finder.
Powered by Halo 1 Hub.
And that is Elote now for August. I am sure that the footage on Outpost Discovery will be relinquished somehow in the form of fan images. So let's open that. And until then, I'll update you on it as per next month's Elote now. And as usual, everyone, thanks for watching and I hope you have a wonderful time. Take care and see ya. He wears a tie as money, the best in the nation, he'll beat you all at pool and playing PlayStation, but they refuse to see the massive dream, then they just silly police, come on, let's get it on. Elote now, it's Elote, it's Elote now, include guest here. Elote now, it's Elote. It's Elote now!